These are based on the prices from 2/26 today, February 26th. We rank everything in safety order. The safest coin to invest in is Bitcoin. That should be pretty obvious. It's got the longest history. It's got a very clear bullish setup. It's impulsive, a variety of factors. And really, some of the older coins have the most safety up above. Other coins that are relatively safe to invest in have very good bullish setups. They could be 1-2-1-2s, nested setups, things like that. I know Stellar Lumens is up there. My recent Stellar Lumens video highlighted how lucrative of a setup we have in there. However, these scores are deceptive, and as with any scoring system, there are some caveats. So I'm going to lay those out right here. So Stellar Lumens has a hidden risk. It has a zigzag-looking rally that started off in 2021. So I'm actually going to shift to that real quick just to demonstrate what I'm talking about here. So Stellar Lumens has a corrective looking bounce. And if you guys recall, I have that blue alternate pattern that could mean we have a short truncated top before another dip. So just something to be aware of, that it may not be as safe as it looks up there. EOS is also one of those cryptos. It ranks pretty well in the safety score, but as you guys know, we have that black hole below. And again, we're very close to invalidation. I don't think we're going to invalidate. There's some risk inherent to EOS. And finally, we have Shiv, which is the other way around. It is actually safer than it appears. Shiv is actually almost towards the bottom here. And the reason for that is that our history is very short. I don't have any history going back before May 10th. So it gets a huge deduction, even though it has one of the best setups of any of the cryptos. It's got only one confluence. That's another hit to the overall score. But we have incredible upside targets, and our structure is very clean impulse. All that stuff's there. So that's just something that might be underrated based on the safety score. The next thing I'd like to go over is the reward. So your max gain score. And up on the top is Dash. I'm going to be talking a lot about Dash because it is looking fantastic, both from a returns perspective and a safety perspective, followed by Doge. That's right. The meme coin may be one of the best cryptos to invest in. It's got a lot of upside structure to it. Then we have other coins such as EOS, Stellar Lumens, Polkadot, even Chainlink is up there. Several of these cryptos have very high upside targets. Again, this is the short term, which would be your third subwave or the A wave up if you're in a diagonal. And these are averaging anywhere from, they're averaging about 15x returns potentially, these top 5-6 coins. The long-term returns are pretty spectacular too. I'm not even going to read what that number is because that is insane where we could be long-term. So lots to get excited about there. There's some notes that I want to make here as well, such as with Uniswap, Solana, Filecoin, and Polygon. But before I do that, I'm actually going to shift over to the overall score just to display that first. So on these, we have Dash, which is on top. You know, I don't really have to say too much more. Pretty good balance, been around a long time, very good setup, lots of confluences overhead. Doge, again, meme coin, that is very good all around. XLM, I noted why this might be riskier than it appears, but the setup is the setup. EOS, Chainlink, again, these are all coins that have a very good balance of risk reward. Polkadot is up there despite its short history. The upside is so incredible that, and it has a 1-2-1-2 setup, that it finds itself up top. So it is a coin that may be higher risk, even though it has a good overall balance of risk and reward. And so this brings me back to that point. So Uniswap, Solana, Filecoin, and Polygon, a lot of these have incredible setups to the upside, but they need a little bit more of a resolution. I'm actually going to shift back to my chart to show you what Filecoin looks like. This is a coin that I have not done analysis videos on, but I was a big fan of it before this big crash came in. The way this is set up, this looks like a very proportionally correct 1-2 setup. It looks like a clean impulsive 5-wave up to the May 2021 top, actually March in this case, and a clear zigzag pullback. So this looks like a perfect 1-2. And if this is a 1-2, the upside is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm not even going to read those numbers. However, because of the limited history and because we don't have anything impulsive in the shorter term, I would like to see a small first wave, like a 5-wave impulse, and a corrective wave 2 pullback before I'm going to deploy cash in that. I would definitely be a buyer at that point. So that is one example. But again, I'll repeat those again. Uniswap, Solana, Filecoin, and Polygon. I have a second mark on those. And what I mean is I buy them on a larger second wave. I'm not buying those yet for that reason. There's some new coins, as I mentioned earlier, at the bottom. So Neo, Siacoin, NKN, a couple of others. I haven't completed the analysis. I have some pretty spectacular upside targets just based on the limited analysis I have done. And I would assume we need a 1-2 setup first, but those are just right now set up as second tranche items. I probably won't buy those on this current round. I might wait for that bigger 1-2 just like I would for Uniswap and some of those others. So just letting you guys know. But this is, in summary, our best cryptos to invest in, big picture overall.